Our next guest is among thousands who fled Kyiv for Poland. Sean Almeida, former Marine Guard, embassy guard, I should say. He spent 52 hours at the border with his family waiting to evacuate.
That's right, and Sean joins us now. Sean, it's so good to see you safe in Poland. Tell us your journey. How did you get out of the country?
Yes, thank you for having me on. So Thursday morning, I was planning to go to Lviv anyway to see my family for my wife's birthday on the weekend. Literally, as I was driving out, the bomb started falling. I knew it was a possibility, but to drive through and see, the sky light up was something incredible. And so I sped over to Lviv. Took a little bit longer with some traffic. Some people were with me, but the bulk of people hadn't realized it was going to happen and hadn't reacted yet. So I get to Lviv, which is close to Poland, grab my family. Quickly on the way to Poland, took about, 90 minutes, 2 hours to get to the Polish border checkpoint. And then it was just a mess. We were stuck in the car together. It's five of us plus our dog. And we thought it would be 8 or 10 hours maybe, then thought maybe a day. And then after one day, I walked up to the front and I realized it was going to be at least another day. And sure enough, ended up total being 53 hours in line, living off gas station stuff. We had enough water and baby food, but it got really tough towards the end there.
I can't imagine. Sean, how is your family doing right now?
Yeah, all in, it was tiring. Me and the wife, especially, taking the burden on ourselves. And she made a good point. She said, "We're not in the feeling position right now. We're in the position of adrenaline and getting our family out of this country and into Poland." So we haven't really processed what's happened, what it means for our lives. But everyone's safe, and our baby, she's 15 months old, and she thought it was a big road trip. But smiling at everyone. So that's the best part. I think that she won't remember any of this as a stressful event for her. I mean, the rest of us, we felt down, we felt tired. All we had to do was just look at the news and see the resistance that the Ukrainians are putting up, that we knew they would. I think Putin didn't think they would. Thought this would be over by now, but we knew they would. And just reading little stories about pushing them back and fighting and not giving up, I mean, it just made our problems just seem like nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, Sean, are you saying that the conversations that you had with Ukrainians, that they're hopeful that they will end up winning this war? What are they saying to you about how they're feeling right now?
They know they can't do it alone. I mean, this is David versus Goliath and everything. So they're willing to fight as long as possible. But if there's no light in the tunnel in terms of, some change in major support, more sanctions, harsher sanctions, boycotts, all the things we do, more weapons. I saw a lot of weapons coming in when we were driving out. That was heartening. But it just needs to be more and more and more. I mean, they know they can't hold out forever, as brave as they are. And so, if the West doesn't do anything, it doesn't look good at the end of the day, to be honest.
Sean, I actually had the good fortune of doing a story a few years ago, learning how Marine embassy guards get trained and how they go about their job. I learned that you guys obviously are extremely tough, but you're also extremely intuitive and smart. With that in mind, was there ever a time during the course of your journey where you thought to yourself, hey, we may not get out of this?
By the time I got to my family, it felt safe in the West, put it that way. But, like I said, when I was leaving the city when I heard the first booms, and my friend texted me, "I'm watching bombs drop on the news," and I realized that's what the noise was. And then I thought I was in the village outside the city. I thought I was safe, and then I literally saw the sky light up to my right, just this, like see on the news this big glowing orange light, and I thought, a bomb can hit the side of the road, and my car is going to fly off, and I'm not going to see my family. So for a good next 2 hours, I was tense. I was hitting the gas to get away from the city, away from any kind of possible targets, and then it was just all adrenaline to get to my family in Lviv.
Wow, that must have been an unbelievable situation for you and your family that you're certainly never going to forget. There have been a few pro-Russian presidents in Ukraine, and it hasn't worked out well for them. So if Putin does capture Ukraine, how does he hold it in the face of what's definitely going to be a constant insurgency?
Yeah, I can't understand what he was thinking. I watched his speech. So I was on Fox News on the morning on Monday, and I watched his speech on Monday night, and I realized this guy doesn't have a rational view of what Ukraine is now. Maybe 8 years ago, because of what happened in Crimea with the lack of a fight, he thought the whole country was going to be like that. But I wouldn't have started a business and a family if I thought the country would give up in 2 seconds. I know they were going to resist.
Sean, we're going to lose your signal in 5 seconds here, so we got to let you go.
Thank you so much. We're so glad to see that you're safe.
Sure.
All right.